Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kara of drkaragubbins.com and the Animal Wisdom Circle, and I am here today with my Animal Wisdom Oracle cards and your May forecast. And so I'm going to start by just shuffling the deck a little bit more. I had been shuffling it for a while, but it's always good to do it. So that's I just got that nudge, like that's the one. So we're going to start with the penguin. The penguin, it's all about partnership and diving deep into yourself. Think about them diving into that deep, cold water where it's dark and cold and mysterious and creepy. And that's a metaphor for diving into yourself, into those places, those dark, cold places inside yourself that you don't really want to go look at. So Penguin is our first card, and this is about diving deep and going within. And I'm going to okay, so I'm feeling this one. So the leopard is about independence and flexibility and actually interdependence. So knowing that you're part of a community and that you're involved with others in your community, that there's the give and the take. And this is really interesting because the penguin and the leopard, if I can figure out how to do that so I'm not flipping you off. The penguin and the leopard are kind of going with the same theme. So the penguin is about life alone is hard. There's such a community animal. And the leopard, the leopard is about being independent but also being interdependent. So two cards about being in community. And then the third card that I'm pulling up is the reindeer card. And so the way that, and let's talk about the reindeer for a second. The reindeer is really about having a plan and sticking to it, like knowing what you're going to do and you just do it. And having time to play. Like the reindeer says, there's always time to play. Even when you're sticking with the plan, you can do it playfully. You can, have fun no matter what you're doing. The reindeer is also about the group. So again, here's this theme of alone or interdependent or the group, and where that's like three different aspects of where we are in the world. And so group awareness is big. The reindeers always know where everybody else is, but they get really uncomfortable if things don't go the way they had planned. So reindeer is a good one too. So let's just kind of look, and I'm going to look at them for a minute myself and just kind of tap into the story that they're telling us. So I like to really look at them as a sequence, kind of a beginning, middle, and end, or the theme. Sometimes it comes up that there's a really clear sequence of movement of the energy. But I'm going to go with this month that we're really looking at the theme of where do we fit in the world? I'm just going to move these cards out of my way. So where do we fit into the world? Where's our place? How do we balance being individuals but being part of the whole? Which is really, kind of the existential question, right? Like in my belief system that I've kind of created haphazardly on my own, I have this belief that we are all divine, right? So we are all divine, we're all connected. And the way I think of it, or the way I visualize it, is that each of us is a drop in the ocean, and the ocean is everything and all of creation and all the divinity in the world. So we're not separate from God or source or whatever you want to call it, the divine. We're part of it. We're an expression of it. And the theme this month to me is about where do I find that balance within myself with being an individual, being in community, not having to do everything alone, not being afraid of being alone, but to be aware of the group and all of those connections, being aware of being part of the group. So when I look at these cards, and I'll just hold them up for you again, the penguin, the leopard, the reindeer, the pattern is really about recognizing that partnership is great. Um, Feeling like we're alone in the world sucks, right? So it's time to go within and kind of heal that misconception that we're alone. And so that would be the starting point. And then moving on to the leopard, finding your independence, right? Because you're coming out of that penguin energy into celebrating your independence, having flexibility. I can be with people, I can work on my own, and having then interdependence, which is a much more evolved, mature way to be in the world. And then finally, the reindeer, with just having that group awareness, knowing where you fit in the world and enjoying it and having fun with it. So if I was going to kind of summarize, you know, that journey, that transformation over the month, it goes from feeling the illusion of separation, thinking that it's terrible that you're alone, to recognizing that you're not alone because you went in and you healed that misconception, to then being in interdependence and independence at the same time, being flexible and being able to move back and forth, to becoming really evolved and aware of the group and your place in it and enjoying life. So take the penguin, the leopard, and the reindeer with you this month. May is really a spiritual journey month, coming from the illusion of separation and being afraid of being alone to realizing you're never alone. So let's just have fun. So it sounds like some great energy this month. Don't take on too much and feel like you got to do it yourself, but do that inner work and do that inner discovery to find out where that belief came from. What's that belief that's holding you back from recognizing the divinity and the connectedness that is automatic, that is your birthright? And when you can do that, you can start to have a different context for who you are in the world and how things work. So I hope that makes sense. Sometimes when I just kind of talk intuitively, it comes out like blah, and I just like, oh, I don't know what I said. So I hope it all made sense to you. So have a great month. This is all about you recognizing your divinity and your place in the world and enjoying it. So have fun with it. And come join us in the Animal Wisdom Circle if you want to connect more deeply with animals and get their wisdom directly and apply it to your life the way that we're doing here. So animalwisdomcircle.com. I hopefully will see you over there. Have a beautiful month. Enjoy your divinity.